Hi, Dr.Day and I are here from Steinway Family Dental Center. We get a lot of questions about sleep and Solea and what is it and what's the differences. So today we're going to answer some of the most common questions on this topic. First question is, what is this Solea for snoring, right? Solea is the name of the company that manufactures lasers, and it is one of the most advanced lasers. Like if you ever been to a hospital and the big lasers that they use for procedures, that is the same idea that we have in dentistry, and the only company that has that, the name is Solea. Now, what do they do with snoring? There's a lot of people that are snoring, right? And it can be detrimental to the partners or to the life of a family. If you have a girlfriend or if you have a partner that's sleeping with you and you're sharing a bedroom with that person, then that might be very uncomfortable for both of you. First of all, you're not getting enough oxygen if you're snoring, and your partner is also cannot sleep at night, so you don't get enough rest. So Solea has a procedure that helps with that. The next question is, how does the Solea treatment treat snoring? Well, as we know, first we have to look at why do people snore. And people snore because the same thing as in the face, with time, the skin gets a little saggy and it's kind of floating down, right? The same thing happens to the palate. There is a soft palate that we have in the back. So hard palate first, then there is a soft palate. And the soft palate gets saggy and floats down a little too far. So the airway gets less opening, and because it's soft, when we breathe, it is flops in the air and creates a sound, a snore. So that's one of the reasons why people snore. And the Solea, what it does is it uses a laser to hit the collagen underneath the gum there, and so it will shrink the collagen and therefore shrink the palate back to normal position of it, and it will become less floppy, and therefore people get more air and snore less and bother the partners less. The next question is the Solea treatment effective for snoring? The answer is yes, it is very effective. We have to separate things. That, like, if it is for snoring, then yes, it is very effective. Most people, they measure the noise that they make, or how much they snore, how loud they snore, and how long do they snore for before they start the treatment. And after the treatment, they continue measuring and they see significant reduction in the duration, in the time that they snore, or how much they snore. Does it cancel your snoring completely? In some cases it does. In some cases you still snore, but a lot less. Next question, how long does the Solea snoring treatment takes? Well, we usually schedule you for about half an hour, but most of this is going to be a conversation and getting you prepared for that. In reality, the treatment itself takes about 5 to 10 minutes. The next question is Solea treatment for snoring painful? It is not painful almost at all. First of all, we use a special numbing agent. You just spray it. There is no injections. So it's a topical anesthetic. And you wait a few minutes, and then we would use Solea right on it. And with the laser, what happens is that afterwards, you feel that, first of all, you get a lot more air into you, and you feel like you finally can breathe, and you feel so much more confident because of that, and you feel like you're up on the air, right? That's what most of my patients tell me, like, oh, feels so much better, I feel so much more energy. Yeah, and they do that right away. Like, it doesn't take them long. Like, right away, as soon as they're done, they report that. As far as pain goes, they feel like a throat a little bit scratchy for the next maybe 24 to 48 hours, but it's not to the point when they have to take any medicine, and that's just a slight discomfort. It feels like you're about to come down with something, but you never will. And that's pretty much it. Again, it's not really painful. You don't need medication for that. I just feel like your throat is a little scratchy. That's it. The next question is, how many sessions needed for Solea sleep treatment? It depends on where you're starting. It depends on your anatomy. If in your anatomy your palate is sagging a lot, then you would need 2 treatments, but about 4 weeks apart. If it's not, and if it's not that bad yet, then one treatment is enough. So I would say about 50% of population only need one treatment. There is still 50% that would need 2 sessions. And after 2 sessions, you're good. The next question is, what are the benefits of using Solea treatment for snoring? The benefits are, there's very painful treatments for uvulectomy. That is when a surgeon is performing a real surgery and they put you under so you're asleep, and then they would cut some of the uvula so it's not that long, and they would reshape your soft palate so it's not sagging as far, right? So it's not reaching as far, therefore you snore less. And that is very painful. There is very bad recovery with that, long and uncomfortable. And with Solea, all it is just you're a little scratchy. There is no downtime at all. And it takes 10 to 15 minutes altogether and you're done. It is so much more comfortable. This is the new way. The difference is really the same as the difference that we have with the cell phones today and 20 years ago when you had to be plugged into the wall to talk to somebody. Today, you even can see them. And you don't have to be plugged. You could be in the middle of the street talking to somebody in the middle of the street across the world, right? So that is the difference. And it's the same difference with the Solea sleep versus that painful procedure with the surgeon that would cut the uvulectomy. The next question is, are there any risk or side effect of Solea treatment? Well, I wouldn't call it risk. The side effects, like I said, you're going to feel your throat scratchy for 24 to 48 hours. Does everybody feel that? No, but this is the side effect of it. It's like sitting under the sun, right? You get a little bit of a sunburn and you feel a little itchy. That's pretty much it, only with your throat. But it's not as bad as it would be if you just burn your skin and you would need to put something over it and so on. No, you don't need to do anything. The next question is, how soon can I expect results for the Solea treatment for snoring? You can expect results the same day. The next question is Solea treatment for snoring permanent? The answer is, it is not permanent. You're supposed to get re-evaluated every year. The recommendation is that you repeat the procedure as soon as you need it. Based on what I have seen, people do not need to redo it for 3 years. The next question is, who is the good candidate for Solea sleep treatment? So if you are snoring, obviously if you sleep alone in a room, you would not know whether you are or you're not. But if you have any people with you in the room, then of course they would tell you that. I would say, how can you tell if you're snoring? If you wake up and you're still tired, right? That's one of the signs that you haven't been getting fully rested. That's when you sleep. And that could be because you were snoring and you don't get enough air into your lungs and therefore into your body for you to operate optimally. So that would be an indication. That's number one. Number two, if you overweight slightly or a lot, then yes, you would need to have, you most likely are snoring. How can you tell? If your neck is bigger than 15 3/4, you most likely are snoring at night. Of course, you can ask your loved ones, people that sleep with you, or you can download an application on your phone. It's called Solea. It is a free application, and no, I just recommend it to you, but I don't get affiliated with them. There's no payment for me or for them, so it doesn't matter. You can use the free portion of it. It's good for 30 days, and you can record yourself, and it will give you a score. And on that score, you can see how bad your snoring is. Then you are the candidate for it. Also, if you open your mouth and you can't see your tonsils, most likely you are snoring, and you would need to get the Solea sleep. The next question is, how much does Solea treatment for snoring cost? So it depends on how many times you need it. Usually one treatment is $1,500, but if you need it more than once, your next treatment is going to be less expensive. So the second treatment is $1,200. So that's how much it costs. The next question is, Solea treatment for snoring covered by insurance? And the answer is not that I came across. There's no insurance that would cover that yet. The next question is, can the Solea treatment for snoring be used for other sleeping disorders or issues? Well, I would say it is specifically for that. Like, for example, if you have a sleep apnea, can Solea sleep treatment be used for that? It could, but it would not cure your sleep apnea, because the difference is when you're snoring, there is the opening for your air is smaller, so it's more difficult for you to breathe, versus sleep apnea is when you're just not breathing. And of course, it will improve because it's easier to pull air into your lungs, right? When you use Solea Sleep, it opens up your airways, so it's easier for you to sleep with that. But it would not cure, it would not stop you from stop breathing, right? So this is a completely different issue than sleep apnea. I hope I have been able to shed some light on this subject. And if you have any further questions, if you want to see what would it take for you to stop snoring, you can visit us at the office, and you can give us a call at 718-728-3314, or visit us online on alldentalneeds.com and request an appointment, and somebody will get back to you and will schedule you to come in, and I will personally take care of you so you can see how it's done.